Hey, this is Jenny Jones, Digital Growth Hacks Club. Super excited to be with you today. I had a busy week, right? There's a lot of things happening, right? New tools coming out. I have to get to the tools, but I also have 4 projects that I'm working on currently. I have clients that I'm managing. I just got a lot of things happening. But again, it is getting tough out here in these LTD streets. So if I run across something that I think you should know about, I just want to let you know. All right, so if this is your first time to this channel, let's get this out. Only follow this channel if you want to learn different hacks when it comes to lifetime deals or any types of tools that you can connect and put together and create a super type of deal, right? So that's kind of what I do here. All right, so let's get to the business at hand, right? Um, this week I had there's a couple of different tools that has come, but I've had like 4 people, right? 4 people come to me and tell me, hey, Jenny, you need to look at this tool, look at this tool. I said, dude, I have 4 of those tools already. There's no need for me to look at that particular tool. I don't need it. I'm not going to buy it. So why do I look at it, right? And I don't want to be selfish. I do want to be a man of the people, right? So guess what I did? I pulled it off the shelf. Not only did I pull it off the shelf, I actually ended up full stacking it. And I'll tell you the reason why. When we get over to my desktop, I'm just going to explain to you the evolution and what's going on. Let's take a look at this deal. It's not going to surprise maybe 50% of you, but another 50% of you and say, I never thought about that, right? So let's go over to my desktop. Let's take a look at it. This is going to be nice. All right, so we're over at my desktop and we're here on the AppSumo site. Now, you're probably saying, okay, so this guy has PageMaker up. Is PageMaker back? PageMaker is not back. And if you're not familiar with PageMaker, a couple of years ago, I remember when the industry started getting really hot and heavy on all these web page builders, and really people were looking for landing pages, right? Let me just get into tell you what's happening. So I ended up buying PageMaker because you can never have enough landing page builders, right? I'm not really into the whole website thing anymore, but I'm all about just creating landing pages, give the information, and then have a swap of information. Either it's going to be a transaction or it's going to be a relationship for a business deal. So I went back through and I started looking at my deals, and this is how I realized the evolution, right? So I went back, looked at my deals, looked at PageMaker, right? So hear me out, right? PageMaker is a builder. It builds web pages and or it builds landing pages, mostly landing pages, but you can add multiple pages, right? So I go back and look at the deal and I says, what did I have? So I bought a tier 3, right? Now look what I was getting with a tier 3, because to me, I was like, man, there's no way I'm going to build more than 125 custom domains or custom sites. You actually can do that. But look what I got here. I got unlimited sub accounts, right? So think of the evolution. I got unlimited sub accounts, and this is truly unlimited, but I got 125 custom domains. So when you really think about it, you really can build out 125 sites. So hear me out. And if you're an agency, right? I run a small agency. I reduced the size of my agency. And I'll tell you that on another story. It's just that I do a lot of creative stuff and I like to consult on creativity. I don't like to do a lot of different things for an agency, because sometimes you build out an agency, they want you to be 100% work for them. And I just don't have that kind of time. So I reduced it and I only work with a few clients in an agency capacity. But what I realized also when I was stockpiling, there's no way, unless I was only an agency, that I would be able to manage 125 different custom domains. You know, maybe myself and maybe a small team, possibly. But it really depends on how you scale. I like to scale in multiple disciplines and have multiple verticals. So that way I always have a cash flow no matter what the economy is doing. That's a whole nother story. That's what I teach that in my digital real estate masterclass. And again, I don't know, I may even put a link in here for the next class on that. So listen, so let's move on. So this had 125 custom domains, unlimited traffic, unlimited active campaigns. And then this was tier 3. And this was maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago, maybe, right? So look what they had. They still had 2 more tiers. So tier 4 was 225 custom domains, right? I don't have the prices here. And then tier 5 was 350 custom domains. So I'm just letting you know that how much you could do back then. The fortunate part about it is this company is still in business, and I really like them, right? They're really not a bad company. And I really like what they did here. And so you can even go inside. This is what I have. This is my next renewal is in 97 years, right? I guess it's just the way it kind of set up. But you've got lifetime plan with AppSumo. If you wish to modify the plan, let us know. So I have that, right? I have a plan that's normally charged $249 a month. And I've had this for 3 going on 4 years. So fast forward, let's talk about what happened after they left. Another tool came by, right? Another tool called Swipe Pages. And I'm only taking you through this evolution because I'm going somewhere with this and where it's going to make a lot more sense. Swipe Pages was the first of its kind. I like that they came because they were able to give you these mini AMP landing pages, which we thought was going to be a thing back then. It didn't take off the way we thought it would, but they were small AMP pages that people could view on their phone. I think AI has done a lot of different things. It's kind of changed it a little bit. But so what they ended up doing is I ended up buying this one as well. So I bought 5 codes on this one. I think I max stacked this one. So again, I got 100 custom domains. So the other one so look what happened here. I went from 125 custom domains to 100 custom domains, right? This was the max stack. This was tier 5. Unlimited monthly visitors, unlimited unlimited client sub accounts, unlimited team members, right? So you got to think of the things that they were offering back then. This was probably, I think, the same year. I ended up just buying it. And so what I started to do was I started to amass custom domains, right? So at this point, literally, I have 225 custom domains that I can build. And then VBOut came and I ended up getting several more domains and all that. I'm just letting you know. So I like creating landing pages because I have multiple projects and I will do some things occasionally for some of my clients using my sub accounts. All right, so let's fast forward. And then that, again, when you go here, it says, hey, you are among one of the lucky few customers to get a customized plan. So that was the case. I had 100 custom domains, again, lifetime access. And I'm only trying to tell you because you can't miss out on certain opportunities, definitely when you take a look at the landscape. And I think people try to go back and it says, oh, well, this is the way it used to be, whatever. Things change, right? I remember when a Snicker bar was 25 cents. Now it's $2, right? And so I think that's inflation. Inflation grows on average of about 2.8 to 3% on average a year. So the cost of goods the cost of goods and services increase every single year, right? And so I fast forward that, Jenny, get to the point. This is my point. Brizy Cloud is here and it's been here. I've overlooked it. Why? Because I don't need another builder. I don't need another landing page builder, right? I just don't, right? Because I have enough. I don't even have the domains that I can fill up now. But what I didn't have was a builder that has an AI builder, right? That I can build them more faster and rapidly, right? And with the same component. Now, I've went into Brizy Cloud. I actually ended up full stacking this at $590. Let me tell you the reason why. Because at a full stack, you're only getting 50 websites, and that's basically 50 domains, right? And 50 workspaces. So you get 50 workspaces, 50 websites. And then I think you have to reach out to the founder or something like this. Don't quote me on this. I saw where he left some notes below. I may bring that up where they can do some agency things for you. So if you're going to build out for clients, you can build that out. Now, I'm only bringing this up because I think Brizy Cloud a couple of years ago, I want to say maybe a year and a half ago, when they first came out, they had unlimited websites. They literally had unlimited, and so the few of the lucky ones was able to get unlimited. Now it's down to 50 for 10 codes, right? And what I'll tell you about this is, you get unlimited free landing pages. You get an AI builder that's included. Now, I think since then, I want to say Swipe Pages has added an AI builder, but you don't get it for all your websites. I think it's a very thinned down version. Again, that was the way they built it. They didn't even have AI back then, right? Now they kind of built it so you don't get a full usage of it. Here you're getting a full usage of it. And you can build all your websites via AI, right? And this is a good deal. Now, don't go trying to buy 10 codes. And let me give you let me try to help you if I can, right? I used to make the mistake early on of building out of all these websites and stockpiling on the anticipation that I would run a 500 client shop. And I just can't. I don't even want to scale that big because you lose control. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm saying, but I felt I like to pay attention to all the details. And so I kind of like to manage a lot of stuff closer to my vest. And if I do source some of it out, I want to be able to manage and control it. And so I found that instead of building out for everyone else, just get enough that I can build out for myself and maybe a couple of clients. That's just my rule. I think that if you do build them out, you can do that. But here's a challenge. What you're finding is there's two types of people. There's people that just want you to do everything for them. If you do everything for them, then they're not willing to pay you what that costs, right? So you run into this pricing game, right? But then the people who are savvy enough, then they'll say, well, I'll just go to Brizy, I'll just go to Brizy Cloud myself and just build it out. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost a sweet spot. So I think this is a sweetener that if you have an agency that says, hey, I'll build a website for you, and you build it in 5 minutes, right? That's different than trying to manage all. That's a whole nother story. I can even give you your return, your ROI on that as well. So I looked into this company. I looked into them really, really hard. And there's some things that I'm starting to notice with the companies that do well and some of the companies that don't do well. I'll be discussing more of that in my inner circle. And I'm going to start giving you guys some insights of the things that I'm noticing that the companies that are going out of business a lot faster than the companies that are still around. This is a company that when I researched it, I looked at it. The person has his face here. The CEO has his face here. When I go to company products and services, the ones that take their time, fill out and give you all these different details, they're taking it seriously. So there's some things to look at. This is definitely a tool that if you're going to do one now, they're getting thinner on these websites and stuff like that. But what I wanted you to know is this is so if I go back and I look at PagMaker, right? I look at PagMaker, which I've just, I started using it a lot more, and the building out the sites became a lot easier. So any tool that you're in and you work in a lot more, you can just build sites a lot faster. So what I found is PagMaker is easier to build out sites in than it is for Swipe Pages. Swipe Pages is a little bit more difficult. To me, it's not as easy. Brizy, right? Brizy is the easiest out of all of them. So I would say as far as ease of use, Brizy would be number 1, PagMaker would be number 2, and Swipe Pages would be number 3. I'm saying all that to say that the sites are easier to build here and they're faster to crank out. What you're going to realize more than anything else is people are not wanting full sites anymore. They're just wanting landing pages to deliver their message, to create a CTA on it. I ended up going with the Brizy Cloud. And let me tell you the reason why I wanted a Brizy Cloud. This is, Jenny, you have all those already. I want a Brizy Cloud because when who is that? StoryPress went out of business. I'm telling you, I was really hurt by that, right? Because I really, really love that tool, and I used it for blogging. It was a blogging tool. So what I said is I would just use Brizy to create my blogs really, really fast, right? So now for all the brands that I have, I can just crank out blogs really, really fast, create my own blog. I thought about using some other tools and thought about paying for a blog. I was like, no, I can just create a blog really quick. So that's the reason why I ended up buying it. It's like, hey, why did you do that? So now the other ones, the ones that I mentioned, whether it be PageMaker or Swipe Pages, I can't build a blog. I can't build a blog at all, right? This one I can build a blog on. So to me, I'm getting the best of both worlds. It's easier to build out, and I get about, so if I do anything, I'll probably build out about 5 blogs. I use blogs for different reasons. I use blogs to send, I'm an inbound marketer. So everything that I build has a purpose to generate traffic and or generate calls to action. So I like this site, and they had a ton. When I say a ton, they had a ton of templates. I may do another video just to even talk about some of the templates. I tell you what, I'm going to show you just kind of introduction of it and give you a little feel and a little walk around. Let's do that. So here we are inside Brizy right here, right? And this is where you create your new projects. So you click right here and you go, hey, create new project, right? And this is what I like about this tool. This is, hey, do you want to build a website and or landing page? Do you want to create a pop-up and alert, right? You want to do that, or you want to build a story. And this just kind of reminds me of, Swipe Pages, where they give you these 3 options that you can pick from, right? They didn't do that with PageMaker. And I think PageMaker was just a really good landing page builder, right? They can make quick work of landing pages. But I like this fact that you can do this and you go, hey, I want to create a website or a landing page. You can create from scratch. You can generate with AI, or you can start with a template. Now, what I've seen with Brizy versus some of the other ones that's come, Lendio.ai and some of those other ones, they just kind of got in the game. Breezy's been in the game already, and they're giving you options. That one, you can only build with AI, those other ones. But this one allows you the opportunity to go and says, hey, you know what? Let me generate with AI. I'm not going to do that right now. I'll show you what I've already created. I'm not going to get into that. You can start with a blank canvas here. Word to the wise, I never start with a blank canvas. I always start with inspiration for something else. It's just to help some of you guys out there who are trying to struggle to get started. So let me show you what I've already created with AI. So this is one of the sites that I created. So let's take a look at it here, right? I liked it. As soon as I saw it, I put it together. So what happens is you have control over everything, which is what you're looking for. So this is, I'm going to put together, I got to rebuild my blog, obviously, Digital Marketing Tool Shed. It's a blog that I built on StoryPress. It's a StoryPress. Yeah. I built it on StoryPress, and StoryPress is gone, right? They're just no longer existing. And I'm really disappointed about that. I hate to keep going back over that. So these are the elements. This is the template that I just pulled up. I'm going to go in and start. Look at the control that you have here over everything. You can put comments here. You can go in here and you can move up and down. You can drag to reorder your different areas. This is very slick and clean, right? No other builder that I've seen, not PageMaker, not Swipe Pages, they don't give you the ability to drag and reorder, right? To me, I think their architecture is a little outdated. We're wanting ease of use, because if I have ease of use, then I can crank out multiple web pages, right? So this is just something that, I mean, you can reorder, right? You can come here and, yeah, so you can just this is nice, or you can just add a block or add a piece. So let's look at adding a piece or a block. You come right here and says, hey, what do you want to add? Do I want to add an inbox? Do I want to add something like that? And so those are the things you can do. Also, you can come here and you can say, hey, you know what? I need a whole nother box. I think I'm going to do the pricing here. So you can click here. You can go add that and says, hey, I want to do pricing, right? You can look for something that gives you the pricing. You can come here and you can look at CTAs here. You say, you know what? I want to do something that's got a call to action here, or I want to do something that has pricing. So let me add a pricing block there and say, hey, these are the pricing options that we have. So let's look at that. Boom, add it there, kept the same color scheme, and everything, right? So you just go here and you just change it out. This is, I gotta tell you, I'm very, very impressed with Brizy. I didn't think that. Here's what I didn't think, and it's only because of you guys. When you guys comment below, when you guys ask me different questions, a lot of times I'm not ignoring you. My mind is already thinking about 4 other projects. So a lot of times, in my defense, as I close out here, a lot of times I'm thinking about new things that I haven't seen on AppSumo. And I'm also thinking about what can I add to my project at the same time, help you guys out. So we're both winning. I don't want to go in reverse and says, oh, get this landing page builder. But then everybody kept talking about it. So why is everybody talking about it? I get here, I take one off the shelves, like, oh my God. So I ended up picking it back up again, right? So I am going to mix this tool with another tool. If you are a member of this channel, at least a tier 2 or above, I think it's $5 for that. You're going to see how I mix this with another tool, and it's going to blow your socks off. So make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you become a member of this channel, because I'm doing a lot of things that I don't have time to do here that I'm showing you how I've incorporated it in my project. So yeah, hey, this has been Jenny Jones. Listen, you got to hit that ring notification. I got something, I'm telling you, we're looking at maybe 2 weeks, maybe 2 to 3 weeks away. It's going to be big. And no one else, I don't think you've ever seen anybody else do what I'm going to do. So I'm just letting you know, right? So, hey, make sure you stay tuned for tomorrow. I will have, in 2 days, I will have my Monday Madness is obviously going to be here. And I have my Wednesday winners are going to be here. And this is, I don't know what this is. Should I name? Do you guys want a Saturday surprise? This could be a Saturday surprise. I may put this out as a Saturday surprise. I may start doing these. I don't know. I may just put this one up. So, hey, you guys have been good. You guys take care. Hey, it's getting hard out here in these LTD streets. Those shirts are in. Make sure you pick those up. All right. Goodbye for now.